All right. Happy Friday, TGIF to everyone out there in this world. My name is Courtney Rollins. I am here live today, Life and Transition Experts, recording a podcast session. I want to talk to you today about claims against the estate when you are experiencing or going through probate. Now, let's take a step back, and I want to just explain to everyone if you're new to this video or to this content what I do. I'm a probate specialist and a senior transition specialist. Essentially, I'm helping people who are going through those big transitions in their life when it comes to dealing with selling the estate of a deceased person or trying to find long-term care, some solutions to help make sure that a loved one is cared for. In both those situations, my true niche is really digging into when there's property involved, helping come up with viable solutions, whether that's you keeping the property, whether that's you trying to sell it for top dollar, or whether you get speed and convenience of a cash sale and being able to do that. But there's tons of other things as well as far as helping people understand and navigate the probate process. I feel like a mission that I'm finding and really finding a lot of value in is helping people avoid probate. Now, that's where it's at. If we can avoid the probate process. What is probate? It's the legal process of settling the affairs of someone who's passed away. All assets, all debts have to be managed. You can't just go after someone's passed away and just start going into the bank accounts or giving away houses and things of that nature. Something has to legally happen for this transition to take place. And so probate is that legal process, and it's expensive, it's lengthy, and it's public. It's almost like you are taking out a civil lawsuit against your family if you actually end up passing away and don't have proper legal instruments to avoid probate. But hey, it does happen. So let's actually take a look at what happens when during the settling of the accounts, settling or the claims against the estate. So let's see if I add this stream here. Let's add it there. Then I go over here. Then I click present. I think I've done it. Actually, make sure I'm presenting, sharing here as well. Share my screen. All this technology. I'm grateful for it. Grateful. All right. Now let's go to, there we go. All right. What happens when there's not enough money to pay creditors? Oh, there's my picture too. All right. So again, probate's the legal process for settling the affairs, the estate of the deceased party. Whether a person passes away with a will, whether they pass away testate with the testament, last will and testament, or they pass away without a will in testate, there still has to be opportunity for people who have claims against the estate to step up and make those claims known. And during the probate process, once you open up the letters of, or open up the probate or the administration of the probate, you will be responsible, or the personal representative, either the executor if there's a will, or the administrator if there's not a will. Either way, they're referred to as the personal representative. That personal representative will be responsible for posting in the newspaper an authorized publication, notice to creditors of the deceased party. And if there's anyone who has bills or any claims, they need to step up. You're going to run that publication once a week for 4 weeks. And then after that last date, all creditors, all claims have 90 days to make their claims heard. Now, please note, sometimes there's not enough funds in the estate. In fact, I'm helping two families today where there's $4,000 is owed, about $3,900 is owed on a medical bill, and the only thing in the estate is a house. And really, the property shouldn't have gone through the estate because it's North Carolina, and property doesn't have to go through probate if it's properly it doesn't have to go through probate always, but there's some legal steps, and I'm not an attorney, so this is a great opportunity for me to connect with some awesome attorneys and learn. It was also a great opportunity for me to go to some of my networking and partnerships and share this issue or this challenge and figure out how to properly address it. And now I'm going to have that experience I can take to other folks. But regardless, what I'm saying is that when there's not enough funds in the estate, what can be done? Well, first of all, do not pay any of the debt or the bills yet. Wait till the end of the 90 days to make sure you pay all bills, because there may be, if you find there's not enough funds, a need for you to pay certain ones off in priority, and then other ones as you can. So we're gonna look a little deeper at it here. As a matter of fact, let's take a real deep look right here. This is the order of priorities, almost taken straight from the statute right here. So the first thing that's going to be paid is of course, the government's going to get their money for actually doing the probate. So cost and expenses of the administration. So that's the filing, the income, accounting, if there was a year's allowance to surviving spouse or children, right? Then number two, there's any claims against any real property up to the amount of the value of the property. So you won't be, if you have to sell the property, it can't go past how much the property is owed, so you won't be continue to owe more than that. Funeral expenses are actually in here, but it's different. If you died on or after October 1st, 2009, then the funeral expenses are only up to $3,500. If you died on or after 2009, and there is an opportunity for an additional $1,500 associated with the burial fee to be placed there. However, that balance is going to go, it will be paid at the end after other things are paid. So up to $3,500 is paid. And then after that, up to $1,500 can be paid out through the estate. And then any federal government dues or things that are due to the federal government based on federal laws. And then number five, any state government, any state taxes or dues based on state of North Carolina laws would prevail. Sort of like lumped together with that is Medicaid. If someone passed away and they were on Medicaid will receive their funds and their bills. Now, let's say that there was an employee of the decedent, and there was money that was due to them, but the decedent was able to pay them. If they can prove that money was due to them of no more than 12 months immediately preceding the death of the decedent, then those will be paid. Also included in that are the cost of any medical service they'll receive during those 12 months preceding the death of the decedent, and all drugs and necessary medical supplies, all of that during the last illness of the decedent must be paid at that time as well. And of course, there's extra stipulations regarding if you have a claim for equitable interest in the space, someone would have to pay that off first, and then there's even more specifics about farm operation expenses, which I'm not as quite sure about, but I'm going to make a note of that to learn a little more about that. And then if there's credit card or any other debts, those are the rest of the claims that will be paid off. Now, please note, though, you still can negotiate down many of these expenses. Maybe the first three, maybe not, as far as, but still, closed mouths do not get fed, as they say. And there's been situations I've been a part of, and I've seen heard people be a part of, and I've heard some vetted, awesome attorneys encourage their clients to contact the creditors, let them know the situation, and ask them what can they do, what's the best they can do, can they forgive it, can they reduce it. You will be surprised, you'll be amazed. You may walk away still owing the same amount, but you may actually walk away reducing the amount which will leave more to be distributed to heirs, which is the whole idea of what we're trying to do, right? Pass it along. So I highly encourage you to negotiate these claims. If you need any support or help or direction, we try to be concierge service and really be the hub and help point you in the right direction and steps through probate in North Carolina, even outside of North Carolina, because again, we have a network of vetted professionals, so we can point you in the right direction. All right. So that's it for me, Courtney Rollins, signing off. I think on all these different devices. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Would love for you to hit the like and subscribe. Join our community, the Life and Transitions Experts Facebook community, to get even more tips and strategies and help us continue to grow and help, as we say, let your light shine. All right. All right. Courtney Rollins. Let me see if I actually can sign off properly. So I'm going to sign off here. Boom. At least I stopped sharing there.
Recording stopped.